If you're hitting it shorter and you're following modern coaching, in my opinion, it is stealing your power. Now I'm going to show you today how you can bring that power back instantly and learn to push off and drive off this right-hand side for a right-handed golfer, and if you're left-handed, it would just be the opposite way around. Let me show you this exact process for you to bring it into your game. We are answering these questions today by you lovely viewers. If you want your question or comment answered here on the channel, anything about your game, just pop it down below. Now, make sure you are a subscriber and you turn on the bell, because if you're not, sorry, I won't be able to pick you. Now, all the students that I've shown this process to, I've said to them, you can hit it further without spending hours and hours in the gym, because I think that's how a lot of people think they add distance, by going pumping iron all the time. Yeah, it helps, but you don't have to do that. Now think about this logically. If there was a wall here and I said to you, hit the wall as hard as you can with the palm of your hand, it would hurt, but let's forget that for a second, and you just use your upper body. Okay, you would create some power, but if I said to you, go on, put everything into it, you would go like this, wouldn't you? You would bring this side in, you would bring your trail side of your body into this, because that's getting you through the shot. So essentially, my 5-step process I've got for you now gets you through the ball. So these 5 steps are really simple. Make a mental note, write them down, whatever you want to do, but you'll realize when I get to the end how this can add power without spending hours and hours in the gym. So step number 1, we're going to imagine or actually address a golf ball, okay? And get as powerful as you can. Like I always say, imagine you're a goalkeeper, right? Or you're playing a sport where you've got to be athletic. We're ready to go. And just do that to the best of your ability. Step number 2, grab that driver out in front of you. Now have a look at this here. My palms are facing up and there is a slight bend to my arms. That's where I want you to be there. That's how I want you to look. You can also see my arms are around a shoulder width apart. So step number 2 is bringing that club here. Don't adjust your posture, just get here, okay? Step number 3 now. I want you to imagine now, as we move this club back, we're going to allow our left heel to move up slightly. Now, I say slightly, I'm talking half a golf ball, okay? So I'm talking half a golf ball lift. Now, the reason for this is it's going to allow you to open up your hips. So step 3 is move your left heel up half a golf ball. So it should look something like this. Just practice that for me. Step number 3, just lift that up half a golf ball and you'll get that feeling of those hips unlocking. We've only got 2 steps left of this 5-step process. Now if you look at all the top players, they sort of drive and open up and sort of get this motion. That's what I'm going to show you now. So we're going to continue to where we were, back in this position here. As we turn back, we're still lifting that heel half up. Now that's up to step number 3. Step 4 is before we let the club come down that upper half, I want you to get that heel slamming back into the ground. So just practice that for me. Step number 4 is just practice that for me. Keeping the club there and tapping that left heel back down. So we're looking at now, it's up here, up here, up here. So you can really see I'm starting to really have that idea of getting back into that left hand side. Step 5 now, what we're looking for is, as we're slamming this down, we're going to try and push onto this instep of your right foot. So our whole process looks like this. Wind it, lift, press and push through. Wind it, lift, press and push through. Wind it, lift, press and push through. So that's a little bit of a mouthful, but can you really see how it's this process? I'm going up to push me back in to come through. So you can really see I'm kicking my right side into that shot. So I'm really feeling like I'm kicking it in as I'm pressing down and through. And I find a lot of students now get that feeling they can punch through that ball. So in hitting a shot, I would literally think about it this way. I would lift it, let's say half a golf ball on the drill, as I've broken it down into those 5 steps. But on a shot, maybe lift it a quarter, just a little bit, to give you that idea, like this, right? Just a little bit, to push you off through, to give you a bit of a focus. So let me show you this hit. Watch this fly. Oh. Just look how straight that's gone. Just look how straight that's gone. Now bear in mind this is cold, right? 264, that's something we take every single time. Even in the summer, I'd be happy with that. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to apply those 5 steps and bring in that right side to your game.